First of all, we know it's warm, and we apologize for that, but we will have a brisk program so that you can get outside and enjoy the beautiful late spring weather and be with our graduates. A couple of things. We have to make sure that the exit areas on both sides of the gym are clear. If we don't, we can get a visit from the fire marshal who will shut us down, which would be a really sad thing. So we have to make sure that those exits are clear. If you like, when you're really hot, we also are live streaming the graduation in the cafeteria on the big screen. So if it gets to be too warm and you'd like a little bit of a cooler place, you're welcome to go over there and watch it. You don't need a ticket to do that. We ask that we are really excited that you're excited for your graduate. But we also want to make sure that everybody has their chance to hear their name while they're walking across the stage. So we ask that you don't have artificial noisemakers or anything that's going to take away from the graduate that's behind your graduate, if that makes sense. We're so excited to have you here tonight, and we'll be starting in just a few minutes. Just one more announcement. You will notice when faculty come in tonight, they're going to be wearing traditional robes like I have on right now. And you will also see that they have hoods that mark the university they attended. Like, for example, I'm wearing purple and gold because I'm a proud graduate of the University of Washington. That's right, go dogs. You'll also notice that some of our faculty didn't make the best choices in life, and they ended up at WSU. But the great thing is that we have learned to live together in peace and harmony here at Mount Vernon High School, because there's one thing that Huskies and Cougars have in common. They both applied to UW. Thank you, I'll be here all week. Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses on the way out.
privilege to introduce the Mount Vernon High School Band under the direction of Jacob Scher as they perform the Star Spangled Banner. I would be honored to have you join me in facing our flag on stage out of respect for our freedom to gather here this evening on this very festive occasion. Thank you. Ooh, no. Hello. There you go. Thank you for joining. Ooh, yikes. It is hot. You may be seated.
I will get batteries.
Okay. Thank you for joining us tonight. The joyous celebration of commencement symbolizes the culmination of hard work throughout the past 12 years. Like many of you, I have spent countless hours in the gym over the past 4 years. However, it feels especially majestic as we gather for our special ceremony. For nearly a century, it has been a Bulldog tradition for the top academic students to speak at graduation. It is my privilege to introduce the top 3 academic students of the graduating class of 2015. Each of the 3 took so many advanced placement classes that their adjusted GPAs ended up being higher than a 4.0. A feat many of us did not even know was possible. Their diligence and academic proficiency has earned them the celebrated titles of co-valedictorians and salutatorian. Before taking the podium for their speeches, I would like to tell you a little about each of them. Salutatorian Iris Hubbard, please join me on stage. Honestly, I've never known her to compromise her values. Iris will attend Western Washington University in the fall. Daughter of Peter Hubbard and Sandy Smith, Iris's favorite spare time activities include swimming, playing piano, and baking. Iris is an avid science and French student and hopes to pursue environmental science in college. We proudly welcome salutatorian Iris Hubbard.
Thank you, Sarah. Congratulations, seniors. I would like to thank everyone here today for giving me the honor to speak to you at this incredible graduation ceremony. On behalf of the whole graduating class of 2015, I feel it is safe to say we thank all of the teachers, friends, and families for their efforts they have invested in us to this day. You have all had a profound impact on the development of our graduates, and without your help and support along the way, we would have never made it this far. I appreciate all the teachers, administrators, counselors, and staff members who have helped to make the school a better place each and every year we have attended Mount Vernon High School. Seniors, if you would like to join me in showing our appreciation for all they have done for us. Today is no small feat. It is perhaps the most significant and life-altering achievement most of us can claim to this day. Enjoy this moment and take pride in your accomplishments and those around you. We have all worked extremely hard to get to this point, which is why we are excited to graduate. Looking back at my last 4 years, I am grateful for the amazing education I have received. I am immensely thankful for the numerous opportunities and resources that have been available to us this whole time. Take, for example, the challenging honors and advanced placement classes that have pushed us, like Mr. Fisher's and Ms. Preston's AP English classes, where we learned how to conquer our fear of analyzing the complex mind of Fyodor Dostoevsky and worked hard to finish sometimes a great notion before the AP exam. Or the demanding math and science courses that seem to constantly force us to think in new and at times very confusing ways. I still have trouble knowing which hypothesis test to use in statistics. Sorry, Ms. Barber. I remember signing up for my very first AP class and realizing that for the first time in my life, I had some homework. Sometimes I would think, why did I choose the hard path? As of this moment, I question that decision only because this is the scariest public speaking I have ever done. Now I recognize that it was because I wanted that challenge. We all challenge ourselves in one way or another. For some of you, it was by pursuing a state title in athletics or music, or by making many masterpieces for a spring art exhibit, where some sold for hundreds of dollars, or by participating in any of the great theater productions sponsored by the Drama Club. I haven't laughed as much as when I attended a Puddle of Sports 5-short plays this spring. The entire audience was rolling in the aisles throughout the entire production. Some of our very own graduates here today wrote, directed, and even starred in these plays. I look forward to seeing you on Broadway. Other achievements include becoming involved in any of the amazing clubs we have on campus, such as Future Business Leaders of America, who sent the highest percentage of students to state this year, National Honor Society, who organized the Malala Fund and raised over $300 that will send a girl to school in a third world country for over a year, or Link Crew, who were mentors to the incoming freshmen all year, and the list goes on. What do all these things have in common? A desire within ourselves to take on challenges, the families who have supported us through all of our crazy adventures, and the teachers who have taught us 180 days out of the year and who have been our advisors and mentors. They have been the ones every step of the way encouraging us to never give up and to always try our best. Even when things don't turn out as planned, like not getting accepted into a certain college or program, or not being selected for a scholarship, or even just not being able to afford the path that you want to pursue, I challenge the class of 2015 to continue to be tenacious in whatever path you take. After today, we will be embarking on a new journey outside the realm of the high school. Some of us are headed to college, others are headed into the workforce like Jared Powell, who hopes to start working for a sawmill this summer, or the military like Finn Tips, who ships out with the U.S. Navy July 15th. Not all of us will go in the same direction, but whatever you decide to do, I challenge you to continue to learn. Add to the education that we have all worked so hard to obtain and grow from it. We can share it with others, use it to make a difference, or even invest in it. Most of all, I hope that rather than giving up, we choose to overcome any obstacles that stand in our path and try to keep us from our goals in life. Remember to always persevere in college or life after high school. I am personally inspired by our friend Ryan Matson, who is courageously fighting the battle of his life. He models joy and resilience, and even when he doesn't feel his best, he flashes a smile and inspires all of us to hope for the best. For many of us, Ryan is an example of extreme perseverance and dedication, and I am proud to know him. Our friends, families, and teachers can only help us so much, but in the end, it's up to us. We have to make that choice to persist and to succeed. As Julie Andrews would say, perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. My next challenge is for the class of 2015 to continue to make a difference. This could be in your own life or in someone else's. The Unity Project is just one example of our class beginning to make a difference. It has united the campus in a beautiful way by getting students from different areas of the school involved in activities such as the Polar Plunge and unified basketball and soccer tournaments. I have been inspired once again by someone from the class of 2015, Miranda Ledoux. She is always friendly and upbeat, and I have been lucky enough to see her reach out and help complete strangers. Miranda never fails to have a smile on her face. Mark Twain once wrote, "Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see." Kindness is also something that is free to give and free to receive. Mrs. Canoe was the first person to open my eyes to the notion of random acts of kindness. She showed me that even the smallest action, such as opening a door for someone or a simple smile, can make all the difference in someone's day. I challenge my fellow graduates to follow Mrs. Canoe's example by giving one random act of kindness each day. And who knows, maybe it will be our way to give back to our community. I think about people like Ms. Moyer, who lives this philosophy by always having her door open and allows students to come in and ask her questions about scholarships, college applications, or even jobs. How many of you have showed up in the Career Center during or after school without an appointment to find Ms. Moyer extremely willing and excited to help you? Seniors, raise your hand if you have ever been helped by Ms. Moyer. For that matter, how many of you have ever walked across campus or throughout our community and asked for help from any adult or professional and with open arms have been graciously helped? I know I have, and it's with all of these kind and generous people that I have succeeded. Finally, congratulations, class of 2015. We did it. We may be one of the most diverse classes, but we really know how to come together and support each other in tough times. Not only are we high-performing, exceptionally involved inside and outside of school, but we also have overcome hardships and still maintained an engaging and strong school community. Thanks again to all the families, friends, and educators for your contributions. They are greatly appreciated. Like many of you, my family plays a huge role in my life. My parents have gone above and beyond by taking time out of their busy schedules to drive me to all of my activities since I've been reluctant to start driving. But don't worry, Mom, I will get my license eventually. I would like to personally thank all of my teachers and coaches who have helped me throughout my high school career and who spent their personal time writing letters of recommendations for many of the graduating seniors here today. Thank you, Coach Jim, for teaching me a phrase that I use every day. Early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. Thank you, Sue, for waking up at 5 a.m. to give me morning piano lessons, Ms. Lewis for your undying enthusiasm for your students, Ms. Audette and Ms. Dykstra for working so hard to make FBLA extra special this year, Mrs. Weimer for letting your students use your classroom at lunch to work on homework and socialize, Madame Uslin for using tasting food, foreign music, and French culture as an excuse to have a party, Mrs. Kruger for dedicating time and effort to an AP Environmental Science class with only 10 students, Ms. Barber for teaching college-level statistics, even though I am 95% confident that 99.7% of her students have never taken a real stats class before. And finally, Mr. Clark, who I just found out came tonight to support his last group of English students, even though he could be enjoying his retirement climbing mountains. Class of 2015, I wish you all the best of luck. I know we will all continue to do great things, and I thank you for the amazing memories that I have made these last 4 years. Thank you, and congratulations, Bulldog graduates.
Now, co-valedictorian Michael Giles, please join me on stage. Michael Giles, a runner and a musician, hopes to get involved with bioengineering research in the near future. The son of Scott and Diane Giles, Michael enjoys watching Netflix, hanging out with friends, and reading about technology in the future. Two teachers, Mr. Hope and Ms. Preston, have been influential in inspiring him to think critically and deeply about his learning. He will attend Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, to pursue a degree in human developmental and regenerative biology. We proudly welcome co-valedictorian Michael Giles.
Good evening, everyone. The journey here has been a long one for many of us, through time, space, or perhaps both, and the class of 2015 would like to thank everyone here for making it. As Iris mentioned earlier in her speech, it's important that we also thank everyone that helped us on our expedition to get here. I would personally like to thank all my teachers, especially the ones I had from 9th through 12th grade, and my friends and classmates. Most of all, I'd like to thank my parents. You supported and taught me first before I even began attending school, and have continued to do so throughout my education. Thank you, and I love you both. Now, graduates, in about 5 minutes, I'll finish my speech and turn the mic over to Casey. And at this point, I invite everyone here to set your alarm clocks and fall asleep into that. Soon after that, you'll take some very important steps. You'll step across the stage and receive a beautiful leather folio that is a beautiful leather folio. It serves no other discernible purpose than to give our lovely school board members something to hand to you. Your real diploma, as you all probably know by now, won't be available for weeks. No, the steps that I'm talking about are the ones where you'll step out of this gym's atmosphere, which I'll politely term rarefied, but in reality is really, really stuffy, into the wide open air of the world. A world which, I regret to inform you all, is ruled by the robots. Now, stay with me a moment. Let us think about our lives now and our lives after graduation. Most of us have spent a huge chunk of these lives so far adoringly petting the touch screens and dutifully tapping the keyboards of various devices, entrusting them with the intimate details and sensitive secrets of our daily lives. They wake us up in the morning, live in our pockets and on our desks all day, and are one of the last things we see before we close our eyes at night. This private reliance reflects a public one, unless you're planning on getting a bachelor's degree in hermetology, which I've heard is a very employable major, by the way. Your future job will almost certainly rely on high technology or advanced machinery in some way, directly or indirectly. But this growing societal addiction makes up just half of the story, and in my opinion, it's the less alarming half. Robots aren't just after our trust, they're after our jobs. Now, when most of us hear this, we suppose that robots, instead of humans, are putting in rivets on an assembly line. It seems natural as dull and mechanical tasks are the easiest tasks to automate. But this assumption is antiquated and dangerous. Not only do robots have the mechanical capability to replace us, and in many more jobs than riveting, but robots have the mental capacity to replace us, almost all of us. Robots, in many cases, can do not only the labor of our hands, but that of our brains. Up to this point, Human mental labor has been protected from a robot takeover by the fact that humans and machines are best at different types of thinking. On the most basic level, our processors differ fundamentally. Modern computer chips rely on linear computation, an ordered series of steps that retrieves data from memory, performs a set of operations on it, and returns it to memory. Human thinking, on the other hand, is much more chaotic. We store our memory in our processor, and when we think, it's more of a cascade of impulses that culminate in an output, rather than a rigid series of steps. These natural differences create different natural strengths. While machines are extremely good at linear, step-by-step thinking, like remembering millions of numbers and performing math on them, humans are relatively better at lateral integrative thinking, like identifying what's happening in a photo, or doing the same thing in reverse and choosing the perfect emoji to encapsulate their situation. Right now, I'm thinking, graduation cat. However, this human advantage won't persist. By imitating biology, engineers are improving mechanical thinking at a rate faster than biology can hope to match. Here are some of the thinking tasks robots can do now. Perform business analytics, trade stocks, write earnings reports, do legal research, create detailed scientific models, diagnose illnesses. These aren't assembly line jobs. They're jobs that we once assumed only humans could do. And in many of these cases, the robots are better at them than humans are. It's not unreasonable to assume that one day the robots will be better at all types of human-style thinking too. When that happens, we will be best, by definition, at only one thing: being human. Human is an interesting word, a non-adjective really. The word only serves to separate us from the rest of the universe, and is thus a very broad definition, as broad as humanity itself. Sometimes we also use it as though it imparts some spark, some divine twinkle that sets us above other living things. However, I believe that the true power of this little word lies not in the second definition, but in the first. The word human is powerful because of its non-specificity, the freedom for individual interpretation that it gives. If humans do it, it is, by definition, human. This definition imposes a huge responsibility on every single human, as we are all obligated to make sure that the word human doesn't mean something negative. However, it provides us with an unparalleled opportunity, because as we celebrate and fully live our humanity, we are by definition irreplaceable. Unlike the robots, we can each interpret the universe of possibility contained in this tiny word and live our interpretations individually. But if we don't do this, if we let ourselves be reduced to mere production units or interchangeable cogs in society, we are just waiting for the machines to replace us. This individual interpretation of human may not necessarily reveal itself in our jobs. If I was going into surgery, for example, I wouldn't want my surgeon to add her own special touch to her work. But it should reveal itself in our personalities and interests, our lives as a whole. We will all face the temptation to live and work by rote, to merely keep our seats warm for the robots that will soon be smart enough or cheap enough to replace us. We must resist that temptation. In my 4 years here, I've watched as you played sports, created art, pursued your interests in a club, or advanced the interests of others in charitable ventures. I've listened to you make music, recite poetry, or fill many places in the school with welcome chatter, and many more with unwelcome chatter. In these 4 years, I've lived among you, and I can attest that the class of 2015 is a class of individuals, a class of humans. I congratulate you for this and for your achievement tonight. As you go out into this robot-filled future, remember to always preserve that humanity. Be the best human you can be, and give others respect as they do the same. Thank you.
Now, co-valedictorian Casey Goodwin, please join me on stage. future. The son of Jay Goodwin and Ellen Gray, Casey enjoys following politics, playing tennis, creative writing, especially short stories and poetry, and is addicted to reading the news, particularly current political events. 4 teachers, Mr. Hope, Ms. Hodgson, Mr. McCall, and Mr. Clark, have been influential in inspiring his yearning for reform. He will attend Pomona College in Southern California to pursue a combined degree in politics, philosophy, and economics. We proudly welcome our co-valedictorian, Casey Goodwin.
Thank you all for being here. In 4 years, you meet a lot of people and you have a lot of experiences. I've had the pleasure, and sometimes pain, of getting to experience something with most of you. We have gotten along and we haven't, but in the end, we've made it, and that's what matters. Some of the teachers here have made huge impacts on my life. They've helped me learn in the classroom, but more importantly, they have helped me gain insight into the workings behind the scenes, which, as you all know by my inability to keep my mouth closed, are where my interests truly lie. To my parents, from the very beginning, when I was an inconsolable crying infant, to the present, where I am an inconsolable opinionated skeptic, you have tried your best to teach me, to mold me, to model me into a better and throughout all my outbursts, arrogance, and selfishness, you have stayed the course. Here we are, sitting in this sweltering gym, and all I can think is that we've made it. 18 years, and we've made it. When I was in 6th grade, I was asked what I wanted to do with my life. To this day, I do not know. My field of choices has narrowed, but is still stubbornly broad. What I ended up saying in 6th grade, and what I am still saying now, is that I want to enjoy life. There is nothing in the world like the feeling of pure joy. Everything else disappears, and for a fleeting moment, a few seconds, your mind is empty, your worries are gone, the never-ending train of thought in your head shuts off. For those seconds, the world is euphoria. Sometimes it's a sport, sometimes it's a car ride, sometimes it's just a walk through the park. But every time, it is an experience you remember. An experience you feel like spending the rest of your life trying to find again. I want to be happy. I want that feeling for us all. It is my dream. It is a dream free of fear and worry, a dream without financial trouble, a dream without racism, without prejudice, without inequality, without sickness and pollution. Right now, for most of us, that dream is not possible. 47% of us can't afford an unexpected expense of $400. $400. A trip to the emergency room for a slip with your kitchen knife costs more than $400. Over half of those eligible to retire cannot afford to. Over half can't afford a car accident. Over half can't pay for their children's college. They live paycheck to paycheck in constant worry of losing it all. That is what can drive people to crime, to substance abuse, to mental illness. The top 0.1% of our country owns as much wealth as the bottom 90%. There are about 3,000 people here, which makes that the equivalent of us 3 speakers owning as much as the poorest 2,700 of you. It is absurd. We have the highest rate of childhood poverty in the developed world. The average college student graduates with $30,000 of debt. Federally, we spend more money on a missile defense system and a fighter jet program than we do on education. Some 40 million people do not have health insurance. The world pumped 39.8 billion tons of CO2 into the atmosphere in 2013. There are 8.5 million unemployed Americans, a figure that only counts those actively seeking work. If those of us who have given up because they are too discouraged are added, the figure of unemployment jumps to 19.5 million. These are not the kinds of facts you expect to hear from the country that calls itself the best in the world. It is what you expect from an oligarchy, a system where the rich stomp all over the poor. We are losing our democracy. We are losing it because people's lives are so difficult that they can no longer afford to participate. The Koch brothers, a pair of rich businessmen from Kansas, are planning on spending $1 billion on the 2016 election. Do you know what that does to democracy? It makes the candidates focus their attention not on us, the people they are supposed to represent, the people who elect them, but on the elite who fund their campaigns. It is no surprise that politicians no longer serve the people when their election is paid for by the rich and powerful. Unless you are one of the select few profiting off the rest of us, you look at our country, at its overarching systems and policies, and you want change. You want your kids to be able to afford college, you want a job, you want Social Security to be there for you when you retire, you want to stem climate change, you want the wealthy to pay their fair share, you want equality. You want people to be treated fairly and based off their merit and their character, not their skin, orientation, or economic status. In this sense, we are all progressives. We are all visionaries, dreamers of a better system. It's true that our political system is problematic. It's frustrating and not very transparent and stubbornly far behind the will of the people, which is exactly why so many of us have given up on it. But I urge you, implore you to reinvest your time and your energy. There are many ways to change the system, and all it takes is each of us doing what we can, making a contribution, telling our friends about current events, participating in a social movement, or perhaps campaigning and running for office ourselves. Our system was created by us, it depends on us, and it can be changed by us. No matter how pessimistic things may seem, they can always get better, and they will. Now, every once in a while, a decent person decides to join politics on the behalf of all of us and say enough is enough. Today, that person is Bernie Sanders. Bernie is running for president. He is a man of integrity and one of the rare politicians that is honest and has always stood up for the people. I urge you all to look him up, review his policies, and vote and campaign for him. And with that, I would like to share a quote from one of my heroes, Bobby Kennedy. It is from numberless diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. Each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and injustice. Our generation can make this happen. If we stand up, if we say enough is enough, and if we are willing to put ourselves out there to stand up for what is right, then we can change this country. We have a moral obligation to make this world a better place for those who have come before, for us now, and for those that shall follow, to set our stake on the right side of history, to take back our democracy. Thank you.
In honor of our special evening, our award-winning Mount Vernon High School Choir is here to present Andy Grammer's celebrated song, Back Home. The lyrics are ideal for our graduation ceremony, for they symbolize the adventurous spirit and hometown pride of our seniors. As the lyrics say, no matter where we go, we always find our way back home. As of tonight, seniors, our strength will be rewarded as our big moment has arrived. Under the direction of Miss Megan Lazama, please join me in welcoming our Mount Vernon High School Choir.
We walk
At Bulldog's activities and in academic pursuits for the past 4 years, he has succeeded in being a strong advocate and positive role model for students at Mount Vernon High School. On a personal level, as ASU president, I have had the opportunity to work with Mr. Merrill throughout my high school career, and I am grateful for his encouragement and knowledgeable leadership. I most admire him for his genuine integrity. Please join me in welcoming our principal, Rod Merrill.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the class of 2015, I would like to thank you for attending the 2015 Mount Vernon High School commencement exercises. In just a few minutes, I promise the class of 2015 will walk across the stage and receive diplomas to mark their graduation from high school. You can applaud, that's okay. It's taken persistence, hard work, commitment, and dedication on the part of these students, and I'm sure they're ready to take the next step in their lives. Certainly, we will miss the class of 2015. We'd have enjoyed watching their achievements in the classroom, on the playing fields, on the stage, and in the community. The students in the class of 2015 have amassed over $4.8 million in grants and scholarships. After spending the summer recovering from their senior year, students from this class will be off to colleges all across the country, including Harvard, Pomona College, Western Washington University, the University of Washington, go Dogs, Pacific Lutheran University, and WSU. Students in this class are also headed off to community colleges, technical schools, to serve our country in the armed forces, and to work in our community. Before I start my speech, I need to give a few shout-outs. Yesterday, I left Brianna Gertie off the Distinguished Scholars list, and she was worried her mother didn't believe her that she was really a distinguished scholar. So, Brianna, you really are a distinguished scholar, you have a 4.0 grade point average, and Mom, you can, in fact, be very proud of your daughter. And Brianna, where are you? Where are you out there? Where are you going to school? University of Washington, that's right. My other shout out is to Mount Vernon High School's new doctor, Dr. David Willer. Could you stand, please? Today I saw Dr. Willer in the parking lot as he was headed off campus, and I assure you he had an off-campus pass. And I said, Mr. Willer, where are you going? And of course he said, that's a Dr. Willer. And then he said he was going to the University of Washington to pick up his fine robe. So congratulations, Dr. Willer. Who is receiving his PhD in Information Sciences this very June. So very proud of him. So tonight's an opportunity for the assembled to celebrate the class of 2015. That's why I'd like to talk to you about the value of persistence and strength in the face of adversity. At Senior Award Nights this year, we presented the Bulldog Strong Award to Ryan Matson, a member of the Mount Vernon High School class of 2015, who's been waging a brave fight against cancer for more than half the year. After the ceremony, his grandfather and I spoke about Ryan's ability to keep getting up each time he was knocked down. His grandfather told me about a Finnish word that describes this characteristic. It's called sisu. Sisu is courage and determination in the face of adversity. It's about not seeing a silver lining in the clouds and yet jumping into the storm anyways. At the core of sisu is the idea that each of us there is more strength than meets the eye. Even though the construct of sisu has its roots in Finland, it's relevant to all human beings anywhere in the world. It's a potential which we all share, and which can have a powerful impact on our daily lives.
Sisu is embodied by people everywhere who defy the odds and hold on to hope when there at first seems to be none. Ladies and gentlemen, before you are seated 356 bulldogs who embody the idea of Sisu. You can applaud for that, too. Earning a high school diploma has never been more challenging. Students in the class had to earn 30 credits, including 4 credits of English, 3.5 credits of social studies, 3 credits of math, and 3 credits of science. They had to meet state standards in reading, writing, math, and science by passing a state test or by demonstrating their skills through state-approved alternatives. They had to plan and carry out a culminating project and then had to present their project in front of a room of 9th and 10th graders and staff. They had to do all this while juggling the demands of work, sports, activities, family, and updating their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. Tonight, I'd like to highlight a few of their stories. Adriana Chavez has a powerful story of facing adversity and winning. During her first 2 years of high school, Adriana was uprooted from her home in Mount Vernon and bounced back and forth between Arizona and Washington. In January of her sophomore year, she found herself 4 credits behind her peers. When her home life stabilized, her grades and outlook on school improved. She committed herself to passing all of her classes. She took extra classes 9th and 10th grade, or 9th and 10th period during her junior and senior year. And she earned all of her credits while still holding down a part-time job. I'm proud to say she's now sitting in the audience amongst her class, ready to receive her diploma. She refused to give up, and now she's graduating on time. Gloria Barca will be the first person in her family to attend college. She's not an avid student, yet she navigated our high school successfully. Last year, when she applied to the University of Washington nursing camp, she completely deleted her application on accident, started over, and was accepted. Growing up, Gloria battled depression, but things started to improve at the end of her sophomore year. She now comes to school every day with a positive attitude, and she brings cheer and joy to others. For the past 2 years, Gloria has served on the Mount Vernon High School leadership team. She works with school administration, staff, and parents to make Mount Vernon High School a better place. It's been exciting to watch Gloria transform from a shy freshman to a confident, outgoing senior. Gloria will be attending college at Central Washington University and plans to pursue a career as a nurse practitioner. Brianna Mountain struggles with being a very brittle diabetic every day. 2 years ago, she did something that had never been done at Mount Vernon High School. She brought a service animal to school. At the time, the district didn't have a policy on service animals. Brianna had to help educate the district about how service dogs could assist students with disabilities or life-threatening diseases. Her advocacy helped the high school and then the school board to create a new policy for students with service dogs. For the past few years, Brianna has brought her dog Hunter to school. In fact, he's attending graduation tonight, and he has an approved graduation outfit. We're really excited about that. Hunter alerts Brianna when her blood sugar is too high or too low. As part of her senior project, Brianna took Hunter to school with her at LaVenture Middle School so that she could educate younger students about what not to do around service dogs. Brianna has refused to let her diabetes interfere with her education. After graduation, Brianna will be attending Walla Walla University. Teresa Santos has experienced hardship in her life and moved above and beyond these experiences by working to improve the lives of others. Teresa first educated our community on how to better understand and support our migrant students when she recorded her personal story in the book Dreamfields. After publication, Teresa traveled to the country to Kentucky, New York, Florida, Oregon, and across the state of Washington, speaking to teachers, administrators, politicians, and empowering them to support their migrant populations. Within her own community, she helped educate the Mount Vernon School District staff on migrant life during a teacher workday, which many of us have claimed to be one of the most effective and influential professional development experiences of our careers. Teresa has further supported her Mount Vernon community with her local volunteer work. She's organized events and raised money to support our local food bank. She has helped improve the environmental health of our community with Earth Club. She's led campus cleanup. She's raised money for cancer patients through organizing events through BLACA. Teresa can effectively reach a variety of people within our community, and her ability to speak English, Spanish, and Mixteco. Teresa has accomplished all of these incredible community improvements while supporting herself financially. During this fall, she changed her schedule to work one night job and attend school during the day. While working these difficult hours, she still managed to graduate on time. Augustine Marino Ramirez has a strong inner resolve and a quiet toughness about him. He is consistent day in and day out with his friendliness, work ethic, attitude, and engaging smile. When he faced adversity, Augustine has dealt with it head on. Obviously, he has had to overcome much personal adversity this spring. And even though he's had many ups and downs related to this, he has persevered and made it to graduation. This last year, Augustine overcame adversity with an incident when he chose to speak at the Martin Luther King Assembly in his native tongue of Triqui. Not only would this be incredibly difficult to share a message in a language where very few have any idea what he's trying to communicate, but it was also an enormous risk for Augustine, as by his nature, he is very quiet and reserved. The adversity he must have faced while trying to understand schooling at the same time as learning a new language had to have been pretty difficult at times. However, the same adversity has helped Augustine develop an attitude of growth, understanding that he can always improve, especially if he takes personal risks, like speaking in front of the entire student body. Ms. Angela Garcia has been an instructional assistant in our AVID program for the past 11 years. She and Assistant Principal Chris Oliver helped to institute AVID at Mount Vernon High School. 2 years ago, Ms. Garcia decided to go back to school and pursue her teaching credential. For the past 2 years, she has worked full-time and been a full-time student. She refused to let a little thing like a job or helping shepherd 350 AVID students through high school get in her way. I am excited to announce tonight, in front of all of you, especially you AVID seniors, that we have hired Ms. Garcia to teach at Mount Vernon High School. My last story is about 4 years ago. This skinny kid came into my office and he said he wanted to speak at graduation. And I had to explain to him that traditionally only the valedictorian and salutatorian speak at graduation. He told me he hoped I'd change my mind. About a year later, he showed up again. He was checking back to see if I'd changed my mind. Again, I told him no, only the Valentine speak at graduation, because I did not want to suffer Miss Lewis's wrath about changing graduation. But then, last year, I saw the student perform at the Martin Luther King Assembly. And after his performance, I said I would cut my remarks short, even though it may not have felt like I cut my remarks short, so that he'd have a chance to come and speak in front of the class of 2015. At this time, I would like to invite Luis Lopez Garcia to the stage. Luis Lopez Garcia embodies Sisu. He's a talented poet and musician, and we have been lucky to see his talents blossom here at the high school over the past 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, and the class of 2015, I am proud to introduce Luis Lopez Garcia.
It's a great privilege to present myself to teachers, to parents, to grandparents, to kids, and to us, the class of 2015. We made it. I want to thank the people that helped us get up here. I want to thank teachers. I want to thank my classmates. And I even want to thank the janitors for making this high school a place of where I would want to be every day. I would like to thank my parents with all my heart. Me gustaría darle las gracias a mi mamá. A mi papá y a mi mamá, I'm sorry, por apoyarme desde que nací hasta este día. Me gustaría darle las gracias a todos los padres que nos acompañan en el día de hoy. Muchas gracias por ayudar a sus hijos. I want to thank the support staff that motivated me to keep moving forward. I remember when I saw no purpose to education, but the people that I just thanked helped me see the opposite to every negative thought I ever had. Throughout my high school years, I learned that the more we live by our intellect, the less we understand the meaning of life and the people that are in our lives. Which is why I want to acknowledge the non-graduates that are not here with us today. I know the road to graduation is not easy, but not walking across this stage does not make you less of a human being. Everyone is capable of becoming successful. Everyone's got potential. We wish you the best. Here to present this next part is AJ, class of 2015. This is for you. I'm here to say that we are proud of where we stand today. It's our reward because we never gave up. We learned to believe in ourselves even when it was tough. And although some of us fell down like 1,000 times, we got back up with a positive mind that helped us with our accomplishments. And now we see a future with newer obstacles. But don't worry, and remember anything is possible. You're unstoppable. So don't be scared to take the next step in life, and don't be terrified of the obstacles that we still have to overcome. We close a chapter of life, but another has begun. So let's not forget the realities of life. As long as there's hope, we can live and survive. I speak as another student that went through similar high school experiences, that went through times of happiness and times of weaknesses. A student that got attached to his teachers and to his classmates. A student that in times would hesitate, but a student that would go to college and graduate. Porque a veces me imagino ser un licenciado. Abro mis ojos porque sé que estoy soñando. Mi vida apenas va empezando. Voy dando paso por paso, pero me adelanto. Luchando con familias y amigos, mis palabras son tiros que pasan por paredes, sé lo suficiente para defenderme, trabajaré sin detenernos, nuestras armas son las plumas y cuadernos. I appreciate the support that throughout my life I got. I was motivated to do better when I felt lost, because sometimes I felt like I didn't know where I was at, I didn't know where I was located, I was giving up, I was feeling overstimulated, and I just didn't hear because they got patiently waiting, anticipated, and now I'm proud to say that I made it with my certificate that says that I graduated.
Because I knew if you went before me, I would look crazy. Class of 2015, I would like to thank you for a great year. As you leave Mount Vernon High School and head out to start your next part of your journey, remember the concept of Sisu. CSU is that combination of bravado and bravery, of ferocity and tenacity, of that ability to keep fighting after most people would have quit. Take that with you and never quit fighting for your dreams. Now it's my honor and privilege to introduce my boss, my mentor, and the superintendent of the Mount Vernon School District, Dr. Carl Bruner.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Merrill, and thank you, Louise. On behalf of the Mount Vernon School District and our Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome you to Mount Vernon High School's 112th commencement ceremony this evening. And extend my congratulations to the Bulldog class of 2015. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to Representative Elizabeth Scott from the 39th Ledge District, who is here with us tonight. Elizabeth, thank you for attending. Students, business strategists are writing more these days about the importance of establishing something they call a personal brand. Well, we're familiar with the concept of a brand as it relates to businesses and organizations. They spend a lot of time and energy crafting and communicating what they want to be known for in an effort to stand out and be successful. You can think about a personal brand the same way. It's what you stand for or represent, both to yourselves and others, consistently day after day. Most of you have given significant thought to what you want to be. And that's vitally important to charting a goal of a course to achieve your life's goals. But I want to encourage you to think first and foremost about who you want to be. When people hear your name, what characteristics do you want to come to mind? Honesty, integrity, hardworking, compassionate, caring, dependable, a good listener, thoughtful, persevering. Will the way you conduct yourself communicate a clear and consistent message? Will you be a person others want to get to know, to spend time with, to hire, to work? A person who your bosses want to promote? You all have unique personalities that in part define you to others. Our personalities are largely hardwired and they're very difficult to change. But regardless of whether you're gregarious, introverted, funny, serious, adventurous, cautious, creative, or linear, it's in large part the character traits that you represent to others, not your personalities, that will determine your success and happiness in life. At this time of transition, I urge you all to think about your personal brand and spend time working on it in the days and months ahead, establishing a clear message about who you truly are to those people around you. Again, congratulations on your accomplishments. Best wishes for a fulfilling life in the years ahead. Now, Dr. Coffey and members of the Mount Vernon School Board, as these graduates have met or exceeded all of these state and local requirements for high school graduation, it is my distinct pleasure to recommend that their diplomas be issued at this time. Ushers, please come.
Gabriel Jonathan Mikeman. Arthur Brock. Sierra Rodman. Alicia Nicole Rose. Seti Bustos Jimenez. Delaney Deneen Cadell. Judith Alejandra Cano Pedrosa. Gregorio Francisco Carrion. Nancy Castellanos. Anaí Castro Barrios. Marielta Yentena Caceres. Kimberly Susenia. Daisy Sanasteros. Alpha Cervantes. Jose Cervantes Aguilar. Ulysses Chavez. Adriana Chavez Montoya. Esther Yunji Chong. Winston Anthony Lee. Denisha Courtney Lorraine Klein. Jasmine Michelle Coates. Sergio Valente Colunga. Ruby Adafena Canejo Sauno. Dalen Joseph Cornelius. Viviana Corona. Joseph John Corral. Alfonso Jesus Corrales. Karina Cotazar Garcia. Nicholas Bradley Costa. Marlene Porterubias. Norma Covarrubias. Nina Nicole Covey. Tanner John Frasco. Chelsea Nicole Bizzle. Abigail McKenna Curry. Leah Batsky. Yasmin Dugula. Christine Lynn Dawson. Elise D. Almeida. Alma de Jesus. Angel Elias De Leon. Philip Anthony De Leon. Jasmine Marie Denunzio. Kristen Rose Devon. Cassandra Diaz. Sydney Raquel Delulo. Eduardo Cruz. Ethan James Donovan. Petra Dukova.
Kira Lee Harrison. Christopher Esquivel Jose. Samantha Caitlin Estrada. Kara Ray Everett. Natalie Noel Ferguson. Miriam Anel Fernandez Tapia. Connor Tim Fitzgerald. Elizabeth Maria Torres. Luis David Flores. Kaylee Nicole Montes. April Danielle Foster. Molly Eleonora Fromm. Jessica Taylor Grants. William Jeffrey Frazier. Ryan John Fredrickson. Riley J. Armington Petrelli. Cynthia Melissa Galvan. Josue Emmanuel Galvan.
Isla Garcia. Juan Martin Garcia. Jose Luis Garcia Cesareo. Lucia Garcia Cesareo. Nuria Garcia Lopez. Itzel Jocelyn Garibay. Caitlin Renee Garza. Cesar Garza Moreno. Paige Lene Gear. McGuire Lamar Gibson. Riley Edward Gibson. Jane Gilbert. Brianna Janae Gertie. Jane Sophia Gonzalez. Francisco Eduardo Gonzalez. Lindu Marie Gonzalez Navarro. Kylie May Briggs. Kayla Marie Guernsey. Omar Alejandro Gutierrez. Valentine Danielle Guzman. Micah John Hall. Haley Grace Hallquist. Grace Elizabeth Hari. Ebony Justine Harris. Brennan RSJ Hart. Nancy Mariel Hauser. Emily Marie Hayes. Brandon Lamar Heyman. Shelby Ann Hine. Jamie Lee Heiner. Abigail Mariah Hendricks. Sylviana Hernandez. Erica Hernandez. Itachi Hernandez. Kylie Holloway. Moira Danielle Hudson. Mario Ireland. Alicia James.
Zane Stephen J. Catherine Joanne Jensen. Alex Aldo Jimenez. Cameron Mark Johnson. Carl Vernon Johnson. Garrett Arthur Johnson. Allie Dawn Johnson. Joseph Murray Jordan. Alexander Nikolaevich Kaparchuk. Catherine Margaret Keck. Josiah Timothy King. Christina Kazyanka. Sarah Nicole Huchin. Shara May Fabino Labrador. Cheryl Lynn Fabino Labrador. Landy. Elise Anna Langford. Jacob Dario Lazaro. Miranda Rose Leduc. Austin William Lee. Samantha K. Ledger. Stanley Jack Willette. Courtney Peyton Lewis. Elijah Solomon Lewis. Jasmine Lisette Leva. Philip Nelson Lynn. Justice Dorian Lively. Cassidy Leanne Logan. Jacob Aaron Lowe. Anna Patricia Lopez. Jesus Antonio Lopez. Santiago Lopez Flores. Felipe Lopez Garcia. Luis Lopez Garcia. Esmeralda Lopez Maclovio.
Michaela Lee Lucas. Stephanie Lucero. Adrian Pablo Reyes. Taylor K. Lucan. Juan Andres Macedo. Ruben Madrina Corona. Sierra Alyssa Magnuson. Dominique Hope Millet. Anayeli Manzo. Lexus Ma Mapa. Allison Ann Markin. Lexi Gabriel Marquez. Jacqueline Marie Martin. Mauricio Martinez de Jesus. Juan Adair Nass. James Eric Matson. Erin Nicole McCarty. Vanessa Joan McCoy. Stephanie Marie McGimsey. Samara Mahia. Jacqueline Marie Melanson. Araceli Mendez. Gabrielle Mendez. Adrian Angel Ezequiel Mendoza. Salma Alejandra Mendoza Rodriguez. Ana Mendoza Feliciano. Griselda Mendoza Vargas. Marco Antonio Mendoza Arias. Andrew Joseph Menez. Agustin Merino Ramirez. Colton James Metz. Teva Tutea Monteron. Jenna Elise Morse. Martha Morales Garcia. Erica Morales.
Justin Reed Morrison. Emily Nicole Murrow. Brianna McKinley Mountain. Maria Munoz. Brittany Nicole Munson. Jason Clay Mustafa. Yesenia Nava. Justin Lewis Norman. Jacob Michael Newsom. Maxine Okara. Yevgeny Olegovich Okara. Anna Marie Oliver. Alexa Ray Olmsted. Martha Ortiz Lopez. Olga Vladimirovna Osichak. Riva Monisha Otis. Carter Mark Otis. Simon Emmanuel Duran Partida. Octavio Paz. Brandy Rose Pearson. Riley Pearson. Carlos Perea Lopez. Daniel Perez. Courtney K. Peterson. Frances Joanne Pimentel. Alma Lizette Pineda. Rachel Garcia Pineda. Jared Willard Powell Jr. Mackenzie John Ray. Daniel Reyes Jr. Nate Lachey Richards. Nikolai Ray Ricketts. Alicia Rivera Baez. Kenya Rocha.
Luis Ángel Rodarte. Marshall Rodarte. Araceli Barron Rodríguez. Giselle Rodríguez. Jasmine Rodríguez. Liesa Anaís Rodríguez. Colin Taylor Rogers. Michaela Suzanne Rawls. Emily Lynette Ronhorn. Michaela Noel Seth Rusen. Rosaura Roque Hernandez. Alondra Rosales Torres. Alexi Robert Ruby. Jamie Reese Nava. Jonathan Reister. Cristina Zabalza Sanchez. Addison Marie Sager. Valeria Jacel Salas Acosta. Oscar Salinas. Jesus Salinas Leyes. Alondra Sánchez Guzmán. Gabriela Sarai Sánchez. Xochitl Sánchez Martínez. Andrea Lee Sánchez García. Paulino Santiago. Julio César Santiago Ruiz. Alexis Santiago Alanis. Ismael Santiago Martínez. Ismael Santiago Martínez. Let's try again. Leonie Boy Vergara Santos. You look like a Teresa. Teresa Luna Santos. Ivan Isaac Zaval. Christian Isaac Zaval Davis. Hayden James Schmidt. Ryder Mackenzie Schwem. Sarah Ortiz Segueda. Bailey Elizabeth Servos. Austin J. Sheridan.
Crystal Elizabeth Sierra. Hamza Singh. Brian Michael Slavic. Tyler James Belville Small. Sharon Presley Smart. Crystal Elizabeth Stella Smith. Alexi Levon Smith. Brian Isaac Solis. Ashley Marie Sotero. Andrew Stokes. Eli Emmett Strong. Brooke Emma Struisman. Kathleen Audrey Sullivan. Reed. Luis Gerardo Sustaita. Rita Marie Tara. Kevin James Teeter. Madison Kathleen Thomas. Michaela A. Thomas. Ben Olson Tips. Sydney J. Todd. Miriam Michelle Torres. Dallas Orwell Brunstone. Mariella Joy Davenport. Dulce Pizza Vasquez. Jose Concepcion Vega. Miguel Angel Velasquez Abal. Israel Alejandro Venegas. Abigail Villalobos Ochoa. Felina Emily Walker. John Wong. Philip Richard Ware. Lindsay Kellen Wengler. Brooke Elizabeth Wayne. Zachary John Wheeler. Devin George Neal Williams. Kathy Lynn Williams. Darian Marcel Willis. Holly Rose Wilson. Shanayla Ann Yantis. Jin Yu. Jack Daniel Zavala. And Jasmine Anicia Zavala.
Please welcome back Michael Giles, our senior class president, to conclude our ceremony.
Thank you all so much. This was a really, really beautiful ceremony. So, I'm going to start by introducing the teachers and staff. It isn't books or desks, or even, and this one's kind of a shocker for everyone who's been in the school system here, standardized tests that make MVHS a school. It's the learning and personal growth that goes on here, and the people, teachers and staff, that have helped facilitate it. Before the teachers and staff are dismissed, the class of 2015 would like to thank you for developing us not only as students, but as people. We will miss you. Teachers who are now dismissed will meet you in the courtyard shortly. We owe our presence here tonight and our very existence as the individuals we have become to our parents, grandparents, guardians, advocates, coaches, and relatives. Thank you so much for your support. Without it, none of this would have been possible. And to my fellow classmates, take your last look around as students of MVHS. You've become quality human beings, and I hope that you hold on to that humanity and continue to cultivate it in your lives after high school. Graduation is quite an achievement, but as Ralph Waldo Emerson reminds us, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. I invite everyone in attendance to prepare their cameras for the iconic moment when the graduates of 2015 will turn their tassels as a symbol of the transition from childhood to adulthood, and from student to graduate. After that, I invite the front rows to prepare their evasive maneuvers for another iconic moment, when the class of 2015 fills the air with pointy cardboard projectiles. Seniors, if you're ready. Okay, everyone, get ready. We'll turn the tassels on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the Mount Vernon High School graduates of 2015. Family members and friends, thank you for joining us tonight. Please remain seated while the seniors exit. The seniors will meet you in the courtyard located between the gym and the cafeteria. You may use all 4 sets of doors to exit. Graduates, may I be the first to congratulate all of you. Lead the way, Sarah. Let's go.
taking these off.